You're talking about not falling into the teacher trap, not falling into the website trap. So today, what teachers can you learn from? We just told you that the Akawu tells you that we're all a great teacher at the same time. So who are you going to learn from? You're going to learn from brothers like SNIFFY. You're going to learn the positives and negatives from brothers like SNIFFY. You're going to learn the positives and negatives of people like Brother Polite. The positives and negatives of people like Sarah Sulisay. You're going to learn from Maurice Muhammad, Taalik Ibn'rad. You're going to learn from Netter. You're going to learn. You're definitely going to learn from King Noble. You're definitely going to learn a little something from Brother Naku.
So you are soul brother. Let me know.
My brother Angelsnupnup7 at the Reality Temple. And to give props to him, because I listened to all of Angelsnupnup7's videos. I think that he comes from a different angle. And there's a powerful message in a lot of the videos that he put out. I try to catch all of them. I look at him as a free thinker and a person that's willing to challenge those of which he don't agree with, or which he may think differently from, and I really respect him for that. He's challenged KBS, and he has also challenged the Black supremacy movement as well. And I have nothing against that, because that which cannot be challenged cannot stand, and will not stand, and will not survive the test of time. How many challenges we can withstand will determine how long we will be able to stand.
And you don't realize it. You don't realize that God has been in prison. The devil was able to imprison God. So right inside of your own self, your God self has been in prison, and you have a false sense of self running rampant inside yourself. This is why, you understand what I'm saying? You have to bring reality temple here on earth. Reality temple here on earth. Because we have to realize the enemy is running rampant inside this temple.
And that is Brother Taalik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. You know, he's doing good work, and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
Let's see, Taalik says, can you send a shout out to my platform, the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry? Our theme this year is After Purge Comes the Heal. So shout out to your platform, Taalik. All the best to you guys with continuing to stretch in perspective, to stretch in what is possible, and to continue to bring healing into the space of yourself and others. Yes.
Good evening, soul brothers and sisters. This is Tangi Cox, the Black Sheep, And I am propositioning you to entertain just a little while of being in reality. And this is gonna hurt soul sisters and brothers because a lot of us cannot accept reality. I empower you to, for 1 year, to subscribe to the reality temple on earth. And at the end of 12 months, draw your conclusion of what have you learned in that amount of time. I empower you. You will never, ever, ever think, feel, or entertain nonsense ever again, period. I would like to see my soul sisters and brothers awaken. This requires time. You need to spend about a year watching, researching, and looking. Reality Temple on Earth is life-changing, and I stand on that.
Changes to it, the song was still digestible. In the year 2019, black folks continued to go through the change rather than direct the change. A community activist named Taalik Ibn'rad has made an appeal similar to what Sam Cooke was asking for. A change. It said that the meek shall inherit the earth. We ask when. When will the landlords give the meek a free lease? Mr. Ibn'rad is humbly asking for the state of Mississippi. This is Dusty Basement Studios. We approve of this message.
The Mississippi campaign represents everything that you claim that you want. The beginning of an all-black independent nation, the ability to control your own resources, your politics, the law, be able to do your own thing for a change, create an economy, create and produce goods that Africa or anybody on the planet would want. You think you don't want to do nothing. 3 hours talking about the Mississippi campaign.
Throughout the history of the United States, the construct of racism was created specifically to oppress black people, to try to suppress our determination to achieve liberation. Like Angela Davis said, it's built into the system.
Nowadays I can't believe what's going on in front of me. I don't want to watch TV and find another casualty. I don't want to read the news. My heart's already black and blue. I'm putting on my combat boots, 'cause I got an attitude. We're like soldiers forced to fight a war. What the hell? I can't take it anymore. 'Cause for so long we've been patient, now we're done. Don't you even ask me when did I become such an angry black woman. losing young ones. Hands in the air, we keep praying for a miracle. Cause every day is a struggle. But as long as my brothers and my sisters are in trouble, goddamn, I'm a ABW.
We can't successfully put an end to racial discrimination until we change the entire system.
We've been trying to keep the peace 50 years since Martin King. Some don't like me for who I am, but I love my melanin. Another future college grad sleeping in a body bag. Mother screaming out her lungs, she never gonna see her son. We're like soldiers forced to fight a war. What the hell? I can't take it anymore. Cause for so long we've been patient, now we're done. And don't you even ask me when did I become such an angry black woman. Yeah, I'm angry. We're just trying to get by. Tell me how long will we ride? Or will we hide? Cause we're losing young ones. Hands in the air, we keep praying for a miracle. Cause every day is a struggle. But as long as my brothers and my sisters are in trouble, you're damn right I'm a ABW. We're like soldiers forced to fight a war. What the hell? I can't take it anymore. Cause for so long we've been patient, now we're done. So don't you even ask me when did I become such an angry black woman.
Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this Ride, ride, ride. Let's get this party started. Ride, ride, ride. Let's get this party started quickly.
Want a song about it? Like to hear? Here you go. Free your mind.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
Peace forever and always, and welcome to another spontaneous broadcast of what we call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper, host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty Angelsnupnup7. I am your soul brother. Number one. We are simulcasting on Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry YouTube channel. We are also simulcasting on Angelsnupnup7 YouTube channel, as well as Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry Facebook page. I thank you so much for joining us this Sunday evening. It has been a very interesting weekend, as many of you know. So this is one of our broadcasts where I really don't feel like talking, but I want to talk. And usually once I get started, those of you who come to the platform, you know I start getting into the groove of things as we get into our subject matter. This has been a very interesting weekend. This is Sunday. As many of you might know by now, the former President Donald Trump, it seems as though there was an assassination attempt Saturday at a rally in Pennsylvania. And I guess I can make this fit into our topic that we chosen for this evening. Many of you have watched the news. I'm not a news broadcaster. This is not CNN. So I'm very sure you already know so much details in what happened or what was reported, the assassination attempt on the former President Donald J. Trump. Now, the only thing that I would like to add to the conversation is that we find out that the suspected, or it seems as though there's no doubt about it, he was killed at the scene. The assassin, the would-be assassin, we find out that this is a young man, only 20 years old. Now that's what got me. And I'm very sure nobody is going to bring this up. You have a young man. Now, to me, he's a baby. Just recently got out of high school. If you're 20 years old, chances are you just graduated out of high school. So even though he's 20 years old, and he can go to the army, getting close where you can legally buy liquor and all like that. This is with all due respect to 20-year-olds, you are a child. Like they say in the South, you is a chillin'. That's a baby. A baby that has learned how to fire an automatic weapon. A baby who decided to go up on a rooftop and not just shoot anybody. I'm going to attempt to murder a candidate of the United States presidency, a former president. That's what I'm going to do at 20 years old. You should ask yourself, when you was 20 years old, what was you thinking about? This young man decided, I'm going to sacrifice my life. I'm going to murder Donald J. Trump at 20 years old. I'm not going to use just a handgun. I'm going to get me some firepower. I'm going to use me a rifle, automatic rifle, go on top of a roof and try to kill the former president. Wow, nobody is talking about that. What would make a baby, because that's what he is, what would make this child, because that's what he is, make you want to go on a roof, go steal your daddy gun or uncle gun or wherever you got the gun from? I'm I'm going to kill Donald J. Trump. Wow. I can relate. I can relate. I can relate to the sickness of the mind. When you're brainwashed and when you get caught up on something, and don't you self-righteous ass people judge nobody because you might not want to get on top of a building and murder the president, but your ass is crazy too. The American Psychiatric Association, I guess I pronounced that right. The world of psychiatry, and I should know, they say the majority of the earth, human beings, suffer from some type of mental illness. And you gotta suffer from some type of mental illness when you can believe in invisible demons and gremlins and the Anunnakis and all this other stuff that y'all never seen before in your life, and you believe in it. Well, this young man believed that something was wrong with Donald Trump and I got to get rid of him. He believed that at 20 years old. Brainwashed by the present political environment that we have right now in this atmosphere. I'm going to be a hero. Get rid of this man so that Joe Biden or whoever, anybody but this guy, I'm very sure Donald Trump is called the Antichrist or some other stuff. But I can relate to him. Because at 18, not 20, at 18 years old, I wanted to kill President Reagan. At 18 years old. And I started off by writing what I'm very sure the Secret Service would view as a threatening letter. Because I was hyped up by the rhetoric of Louis Farrakhan. I was hyped up by looking at the condition and the injustice of our people in this nation. I gotta do something about it. Now here I am, 18 years old, maybe 19, and I'm planning murder. And I'm one of the scariest people on the planet. Running from folks most of my life. Scary young man. But I'm so hyped up by the rhetoric of Louis Farrakhan. I'm hyped up by this unjust situation that I find myself. My people, because at that time, I want to die for my people. I'm doing this for my people. I was a young, stupid man. I was a child. That's why I know I'm a child. I just graduated out of high school. And I want to kill President Reagan. But this goes to show you the mental illness in this nation. And this is just an example of the president on somebody's murder list. But there's mental illness, there's sickness all over this country. And you don't have to murder the president, but we are mentally ill in all kinds of ways. That's why there's severe family dysfunction in America. Your own biological family, y'all can't get along no more. I just recently visited family members that I really have not interacted with for years, and they were shocked that I would knock on their door. That's how long. Who are you? They don't remember. Once the patriarchs, the older people, once the patriarchs and the matriarchs of families, it seems as though you fall apart. No more family reunions. You don't call so and such. You don't stay in touch with so and so. They start falling apart. At one time, especially in the black community, family was key. But now we suffer these dysfunctions, these mental illnesses. Not to say that it has not always been there, but instead of getting better, we become worse. There shouldn't be so much homelessness. But we won't open up our home to our own biological people, and you don't have enough respect to live in somebody else's house. When you move into somebody else's house, you should respect that house and follow their rules until you get on your feet so that you can go get into your own house. But we're so disrespectful and dysfunctional, we will risk going back out on the damn street because I'm going to do it my way. You rather live on the street because you can't get along with nobody. Every day in courts, there's roommates and there's family members in court can't get along. These biological people, these friends falling out over $5. You owe me $5. Been friends for 30 years and destroyed the friendship over $5 or 500 or whatever. You've been friends for 30 years. I could have went to jail at 18 years old. I could have been a felon. But I was brainwashed. And if I got in trouble, the only thing the Nation of Islam, those brothers would have said, wow, tough luck. You the one that inspired. There are those who inspired this young. What do this young man know? Listening to these adults putting all this poison into the atmosphere. And we have all these gurus of health. If you listen to them, you couldn't eat nothing. Everything is poison. Grapes is poison. Don't eat the grapes. Don't eat the peanuts. Don't eat the what. Listen to these folks. There's nothing that you can eat. All these gurus and know-it-all physical folks. And a lot of them are young people. When you're young, you ain't supposed to be sick like that anyway. How do we know your fantastical diet is working when you shouldn't be sick as a younger person any damn way? They teaching this. You just came out your mother's womb. How do you even know that stuff work? What do you know? But we are influenced by this stuff. And we don't think about what's going on into the mind. We think about what goes into the body. I'm a vegan. I don't eat this. I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat Burger King. But you're filling your mind with processed mental food. So what's the damn difference? You are feeding your mind with and coming from foreign places, you don't know what the hell it came from. But you talking about McDonald's. But you a Muslim. And you're going to embrace some stuff 1,400 years old. How old? I mean, old as hell. There's nothing fresh about it. But that's all right. But don't go to McDonald's. McDonald's food is processed. But you don't mind putting in your head stuff from the Bible and the Quran, 1,400 years, 2,000 years old, processed food, and you don't know where it come from. And you eat that every day and don't have a problem with it. And when I come here and tell us about fresh food, you got a problem. Because you brainwashed. You're brainwashed just like that young man that decided to go on a rooftop to try to kill a former president of the United States. You just as sick. So nobody can judge him. Because you sick also. You're just sick in a different way. You're mentally ill in a different kind of way. He's a baby. Influenced in this environment of poison. And you can't escape the poison. You go to the left, you go to the right, you go to the east, west, wherever you go, we surrounded in this cesspool of death. That's why in the scriptures it talks about that we walk in the valley of the shadow of death. And so the Secret Service is taking a lot of heat. There was a security flaw. Why did this happen? As many of you know, I am an ex-Fruit of Islam. The Fruit of Islam is the military wing of the Nation of Islam. And it was our job, it's our responsibility to secure the man they called the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And I know there are those who will and want to judge the Secret Service. However, nobody is perfect. I don't care who you think you are or what you do. Nobody is perfect. And I don't care how you plan. It does not mean it will go the way that you want it to go. And sometimes it's a simple mistake. When I was in the Nation of Islam, we're dealing with human beings. Many of those brothers work jobs 60, 70 hours a week or 40, whatever it is. Then they do their responsibility at the mosque. Then they have to go, if Farrakhan comes into town, they have to go and we have to secure that meeting. Some brothers come from states they've driven hours and hours. The people, men are tired. And if you go into security, there's going to be lax because if the majority of the time there's nothing going on, you start getting lax. Ain't nothing going to happen. And chances are when you get lax, that's when something might happen. When you get lax. So we have the Secret Service, and unfortunately, they didn't cover something. Nobody is perfect. And then we're looking for guns. There's a lot of other kinds of weapons that you can get into a rally. They haven't faced that type of thing yet. What about a blow dart? What about these martial arts weapons? There's all kinds of things if people really want to. And are you prepared for that? You cannot be prepared for everything. That's why, even though Muhammad Ali, even at his prime, even though Muhammad Ali was good, one of the best boxers in the world, he still got hit. Nobody is perfect. He still got hit. Because you can't cover everything. You can't think of everything. Where there's a will, there's a way. Like this cyber crime. You try to protect yourself one way, the cyber criminals, there's always a weak spot. Where there's a will, there's a way. Oh, you can't escape Alcatraz. Remember Alcatraz? The island prison? I believe these folks escaped Alcatraz 2 times. Well, I don't have nothing to lose. When you don't have nothing to lose, you sit around 24 hours a day. How the hell can I get out of here? Where there's a will, there's a way. But we like to blame folks for their imperfection to make ourselves, that was me. Or we want to condemn people for their imperfection. Mistake was made. And we learn by our mistakes. But there's nobody that can cover everything. I mean, look at Gaza. Hamas is a little tiny group of folks. And Israel, with all their bombs, they still chasing these people almost a year. You can't, with all these bombs dropping and tanks, all this stuff that Israel have thrown, why haven't they got rid of Hamas? Why they still chasing Hamas 8 months? Russia still messing with Ukraine. See, in your mind, oh, Hamas ain't nothing. We'll throw all these bombs. We'll destroy them like it's not about nothing. Oh, Ukraine, ain't nothing. Russia, Mr. Big Shot, we just go in there, knock off Ukraine real quick. Ukraine war still going on. They still chasing Hamas. Because the plan or how you was thinking didn't go the way you believe. Russia has lost a lot. Israel has lost a lot on little itty bitty Hamas, and you got all these other suckers. Because see, those who are around Israel, they understand that the more Israel goes after Hamas, the weaker they are. More of opportunity, we can go in and do our thing. And see, this is what, see, black men, this is what we're talking about this evening. We're talking about brothers, soul brothers, basically. See, this is what soul brothers, black men don't understand. Because of fear. Because you're scared. These people, you running your mouth with your chest poked out and all this type of thing, whatever. But you ain't gonna do nothing. But they not as bad as you. Nobody is perfect. But you scared to try them. because you're not like Hamas, willing to take that loss. It looks like, see, this is another thing. It looks like Hamas is losing. Just like many people believe the South lost the Civil War. Technically, they did. But when you really look at what happened, they didn't. They got, woo, I'm gonna be like Dr. Umar Johnson. The South got, what did they get? They got respect. Because you don't want to go for round number 2. And so basically, after the Civil War, everything the South wanted, the North gave them. Because they didn't want to go through another Civil War. Start that stuff all over again. The South lost the Civil War, but really they didn't. Because they gained respect. And they gained power. If you don't have respect, you don't have no damn power. They don't respect black people in this country. They don't respect black men in this country. Because you have not earned respect. Thousands of Southern men died on the battlefield to earn the respect of the South. You're not willing to die on the battlefield. The only thing on your mind is some woman's vagina. Parental discretion is advised. I might mess around and get a little too nasty for the children. So parental discretion is advised. That's our topic tonight. That's our topic tonight. Is this black man, this mentality that we have. We're going to talk about that. And we want to start off with perfection or imperfection. I want to talk about and give these poor men a reality check. They're not going to change because they believe in the message that they have brainwashed themselves with. And that's what makes them dangerous. Because they would get on a rooftop. One of them, somebody will murder somebody. Because of this thinking. And some women have been assaulted. Some of these women have been murdered by the men with this type of mindset. And they believe it. They have a false sense of perfection. They have a false sense of this self-righteous behavior. They blame the world's problem on women. They blame their problems on women. And they see themselves as being victims and they hurt. But nothing wrong with them. They have a sense of perfection. So I want to be perfect too. So I decided to go into these groups where these men praise people like Jason Black, the Black Authority. They praise Tommy Sotomayor. They praise the late Kevin Samuels. These are their heroes. And they feel perfect because they have done their, just like the Pan-Africans, they have the information. They've done their research. But they only done their research just enough, just like religious people. They research and get their information just enough to support their belief. Just like this young man that decided to try to murder Donald J. Trump. He believed in the rhetoric. He believed in the research. He believed in the information that he was fed. Just like these people. There's nothing wrong with me. It's always somebody else's fault. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Which could be true. But when you talk about a gender that you don't know, then you're putting yourself out in the water because you don't know. Trying to put everybody into these stereotypical buckets. No, you don't know. And you want praise and you want honor that you don't earn. Like we were saying, the men in the South, they died by the thousands to gain the respect of their brothers in the North. And they are still respected till this day. You have done nothing to earn any respect. You live off the blood, sweat, and tears of our ancestors from 50, 60 years ago. You have not added nothing to the plate. But you want what's on the plate. You have not died for the cause. You have not suffered for the cause. You suffer for yourself. And you brag about the car that the white man allowed you to buy. And the land and the lake, your pretty lake that you got, that the white man allowed you to buy. You have not gained no resources. And then when the white folks get sick of it, they'll come after you and take it all away like they have done before. Because you have no power. You have no respect. You just here. You have not earned nothing. So instead of challenging the men in power, like the people in the South, like the men in the South, they challenge the federal government. The hell with you. I want my slaves. I'm fighting for my way of life. The hell with you. You're not like that. You're a crumb snatcher. Whatever little crumb they give you, there you go. You willing to take. You're a crumb snatcher. You're not willing to die on the battlefield to gain respect or nothing. And so since you're a coward, instead of challenging men in power, you go after your own woman. See, this whole conversation is embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. This is embarrassing. So I go into these groups, and on my page, clearly, I am who I am. Go to the page. I am his divine masculine soul brother number one, Taalik Ibn'rad. That's what the page said. But when I set up the page, I set it up as a her, as a female, because I know these bums ready to go to war with a woman. When they find out, woo! When they find out I'm a man, you ought to see their reaction. They back off because that's how abusers are. These woman beaters, they'll beat up on a woman. And I don't care how small the man is, I don't care how little, they won't mess with another man. That's how many of these women abusers are. He's a man. You ought to see how they run like roaches. He's a man, y'all. He's a man. That's a guy. Pitiful. I want to say before I continue, and I want to make this perfectly clear. This talk is not about Kevin Samuels, because I really don't know. I saw, or rather I listened to some of the things that Kevin Samuels had to say. He was always dressed up in a suit. I never saw him disrespectful. I mean, he just made his case. Whether you like what he have to say or not, he just made his case. And that's the genre where he decided he could do his thing. I don't see him, he's not like Tommy Sotomayor, he's not like Jason Black. He has a whole different type of swag. And maybe, because some people believe, excuse me, some people believe, of course, conspiracy theory, they might believe that he was murdered. But it's mighty funny, someone who was civil, he was actually making good points. And he did it civilly. I don't remember, I've never seen none of his videos where he was calling women the H word and the B word and nasty stuff. That's not necessary. If you're actually trying to help the people heal, that's not necessary. He's not trying to make himself look better, just trying to put something out there. But he's gone. May he rest in peace, brother Kevin Samuel. This is not about Kevin Samuel. This is about these pieces of trash that's in his groups that really are not following, really not listening. They're only listening to the part they can use. That's how a lot of us do. We only want to gravitate and listen to the part that we can use for our own selfish means. So in these groups, there's covert racists. There's a lot of Caucasian men. I'm like, why are these Caucasian guys? This is about romance. This is not a color thing. It is a color thing when you hear condemning black women, you piece of trash. What are you doing here? If you just want to talk about relationship, then talk about relationship. The black woman should not be coming out of your damn mouth. But it is. Because they are there as instigators to feed the sickness. And some of these avatars are Caucasian people or other folks. They're not black men, they're not black women. They are there to feed the sickness so somebody will get on top of a roof and shoot at Donald Trump. That's their purpose. And I would tell you, from my experience, a lot of these avatars are Google employees. I know they are Google employees. Hiding behind, having fun, messing with folks. They're Google employees. And the majority of the Google employees are white or Asian, right? Here we are in a genre, here we are in a space that really don't get a lot of views. Why are they here messing with us? Why are they here? Why are they putting attention? Because one day, maybe you might come into your right state of mind. One day. But let's do all we can to keep them sick. So maybe they go on top of a roof and shoot the president. You have covert racists in these groups. And you have religious radicals. Because the woman got to stay in her place. Because the man-made God that they made up said the man is the head of household. There's God, there's man, there's woman and children. So we know how the woman served the man. How do you serve an invisible God? How do we know that you are following what God wants you to do? Following your interpretation of a book that you got from foreigners. If it wasn't for translation, you wouldn't even know what this God talking about. Your God come from overseas. Your God need a passport to come here. You ain't never talked to this God. Now the woman can talk directly to you, but you don't talk directly to the God. Because the woman should be able, if you tripping, that God, that woman should be able to go around you and ask God, well, my husband said this, and my husband want me to do that. Is he right, my Lord, the Most High, whatever you want to call him? You know God ain't there. So she's under your punk ass control. And that's what it is. You can't compete. You can't challenge another man. So in order to feel like a man, you got to control women, children, and the elderly, and your dog Scruffy. That's how pitiful you are. And that's what it's all about. You never hear about loving and caring. You never hear about dying. You never hear about, I'm going to get you a river. I'm going to build you a nuclear power plant. I'm going to build a factory so our babies can have shoes. You don't hear that kind of talk. You just want to control somebody. But you don't want to really earn. You don't really want to earn it. Everything you get comes from another man. Your shoes, your computer, the tires on your car, everything about you, Mr. Man. Because you know he's not going to respect you. So after you humiliate yourself, getting banged in the booty from him, then you want to come home and control this naive woman and all these children that don't produce nothing, that don't serve no purpose. You want to control them and your dog Scruffy. The only way you can feel like a man is spitting out children and controlling women. You don't have nothing else. You conquered nothing. You've been conquered. You are a conquered man. You're a pitiful man. And you don't want to hear that. But that's the reality. You want somebody to tell you that you just like some of these other men that have conquered. They have resources. They have land. You don't have nothing. You don't have a pocket piss in. Everything that you got, everything you will ever get comes from another man that don't respect you. if the white man took everything away from you, you would have nothing. Everything the white man created, everything, the money, you wouldn't have nothing. You couldn't survive. Many of these animals, if you set them loose, they can survive. Your ass won't be able to survive. But you got a big mouth. And that's all you have. And you brag about your big ding-a-ling. And you swing it around. That's all you got, a big ding-a-ling and a big mouth. And these other men come and instigate you because they know you silly. They know you immature. It's embarrassing. Then you have these men who are involuntarily celibate because the government or whoever stopping them from getting some booty. It's not their fault. The government, the government is stopping them. Now you have men in prison that's locked up. You have men in prison that's locked up and get babies. The government got them and they got babies. Who is it? Remember those, the Menendez brothers. They supposed to be locked up for life, killing their parents. I heard both of them married. And they might have babies on the way because sometimes some of these prisons allow what they call it conjugal visits or whatever. The government, the jail, the prison got them. So you mean to tell me the government will allow men in prison to make babies who committed horrendous crime, but the government is against you and you free, law-abiding citizen, and they won't allow you? Oh, it's so tacky. Oh, it's involuntary. It's not my fault. I know a brother, been on YouTube since 2009 or earlier. He was part of a group called True Force Loneliness. And he's still doing the same. That's 2009. This is 2024. He's still on YouTube saying the same stuff. And then they go out and get their research and they get the statistics. The government is against me. The government is against me. I can't get a woman. If somebody as shy and a nerd like me can get somebody, I don't see why you can't. And the sad thing about it, some of these brothers are not even ugly. They wouldn't even be considered ugly men. But again, it's somebody else's problem. Nothing wrong with me. It's always somebody else's fault. Always somebody else's fault. Nothing wrong with me. Involuntarily celibate. I've never heard such a thing. And they blame the government. So again, to clarify, these are the types of trash that you find in Kevin Samuel's groups. I myself, I have not seen no evidence that he talked that kind of way. So this is not a rant about Kevin Samuel. This is a rant about the trash that comes into his groups for their own purpose, like a lot of us do. There are a lot of people that will come here and listen to Angelsnupnup7 just because of something specific they can ride on. They don't give a damn about what I have to say. The whole message, they just want this little part so they can trip off of it. And that's how a lot of these suckers do. They're not about the whole message. They're not about the reality of things. It's about their sickness. So they can go on a rooftop and shoot at the president because y'all sick as hell. I want to talk about some of their talking points. And look, this is one of the worst. Look, I want to say this. There are people, they stand on theirs. And I have to respect. And a lot of these people, they respect me because I stand on my, whatever I stand on mine. But then there are those who don't stand on nothing. What are you doing? What do you got? They don't stand on nothing. They just out here floating, whatever make them feel good. So what do you believe in? What do you float? What are you going to do? They just out here floating. They don't stand on nothing. So I would rather respect those, and I don't have to agree with your belief, but I have to respect you because you stand on something. You stand on that. There are so many who don't stand on nothing. And what's the old saying? Those who don't stand on something, they fall for anything. And what they do fall for, this way of life in this country. I know they do that because they are comfortable. I've never been comfortable living in the United States of America. I was born in Jim Crow. Ain't nothing fun about this struggle that we've been in. I never wanted to be comfortable in here. I joined Farrakhan because I thought that was a way out. But in reality, it was a way of staying in because they still here. We gonna separate from the white man. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. 40 years, ain't nothing changed. They still doing the same damn thing. I passed by my old temple yesterday. No progress. Same thing. Nothing changed. Absolutely, lunch break. Shout out to lunch break on our Angelsnupnup7 channel. Definitely so. Lunch break stands on the square. Shout out to our brother Taalik. Brother Taalik says, I just heard passport brothers are coming to America to snatch up. No, what is it? Bases are coming to America to snatch up soul brothers who can't afford to go there. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. It's really pitiful. All the hundreds and thousands of women in your neighborhood, in your state, yeah, babes. You can't get a woman. You can't get no play out of all the women in your neighborhood, all the women in your country, all the women in your state, and you can't get nobody. Now that, and you a man. That's really, you gonna blame the government. Or you gonna blame, well, you blame the government. They brainwash the women not to like you. Because in your mind, I got a nice job, I got a car, I got whatever, blah, blah, blah. See, this is the reality of it. You cannot make nobody like you. You can't make nobody like you. And how you doing there, J226? Now that's the reality of it. And see, the thing about what they don't talk about is they don't talk about there are some women that might like them that they don't want. They don't never talk about that. Because all of us, male or female, there are many of us, we like certain people. They don't like us. They don't like us the way we like them. But you are so arrogant and hostile. You think anybody who you like supposed to say, yeah, I sure love you. I'm glad you talked to me. That's not life. That's not realistic. There's many women in my life that I like that did not like me back. I'm like, oh well. And you know something, for me, that never was a hurtful thing. What I don't like is if somebody play me. You know you don't like me, don't play me like you do so that you can get something. Now that's a different story. But there are women, there are men that will tell you, we can be friends or whatever, I don't like you like that. Maybe 20 years from now, I might like you like that. Then you probably won't like them. We're not looking at these things realistically. And unfortunately, there are some people, you cannot make nobody like you. So maybe you are one of the ones that folks just don't like. They can't get into you. Has nothing to do with the government. We can't accept the reality of things. Because we have this traditional crowd that we want to live, this happy life. The husband, the wife, dog Scruffy, and the children. We have this fantasy world. And that's what it is, fantasy, because over 50% of the marriages in this country fail. They failed because a lot of them was not founded upon sincere love for the other. A lot of these marriages is fake. Some of them are business. Like chances are, Jay-Z and Beyonce has turned into a business deal. Maybe it started like, I like her, I like him. It might be a business deal now. Michael Jackson and what's her name? That Presley, Lisa Marie Presley. That was a business deal. A lot of these marriages, it's business deal. I wanna look like I'm happy. I want this marriage. I want to put on this show for the public, whether you rich or you poor. I know a woman. She don't really give a damn about her husband. I just like being married. I like to say I'm a wife. There's husband. I don't like really being married. I like to say I'm a husband. A lot of this stuff is fake. A lot of it is not real. So you should be happy not to be part of it. People marry for money. People marry because a woman has a nice body. They marry for money. They marry because you can get close to EnVogue or somebody. Folks marry and do stuff. They marry for money. I'm coming from overseas. You pay me to marry you. It's all kinds of these marriages. Brother Talib said no matter how much game you claim, these women neither don't like you or not, period. The only reason your game will take you a little far is the money. is the money bag. And for a lot of women, it's about the money. It's about the money because women are put in a messed up position where men basically run everything. And don't tell me you don't understand. I'm gonna be like Dr. Umar Johnson. Don't tell me you don't understand. Because you do the same with the white man. You know that you can only talk a certain way. You got to move because you know the white man control everything. So if these women want something, they got to know how to manipulate and deal with men. Use their body or whatever they can in order to deal with men. And you do the same thing with the white man. Because they control everything. She has no choice because the men control every damn thing. Just like you and the white man. Everything you got comes from white folks. Everything she gonna get via some man. Because they run and control everything. That's the reason why. If she didn't need your ass, if we didn't need white folks, it'll be a whole different ball game. I guarantee you that. But they have to do what they have to do to survive. And we as a people done what we have to do to survive. That's what you have to do to survive. And your children know that you can't give them nothing. So you teach their children this is how you operate in the white man's world because you don't have a world, you don't have a state, you don't have a damn thing to give them. So you're going to teach them this is how you survive and get around white folks. So don't tell me you don't understand. Oh, you understand because you're doing the same damn thing. And that's why many of these women, as soon as they get an opportunity to get away from your corrupt, silly ass, they gone. And we as a people would do the same thing. But we don't have nowhere to go. So we ain't never leave. So we just sit here and tolerate. One day it's gonna get, we sing song. One day we gonna overcome. It's gonna get better one day. That's the best you can do is sing a damn song. So don't tell me you don't understand. See, this is another thing. A lot of us, we act like we don't understand, or how can a woman stay in an abusive relationship? If he beat on you, boy, if that was me, I wouldn't be in no abusive relationship. There are a lot of women who said that end up in an abusive relationship and your happy ass didn't leave either. You sit there and take that abuse. In some situations, that's all that we know is abuse. Because in these religious circles, you know God don't like divorce. So a lot of women will stay in these abusive relationships because God, that divorce looks good and looks bad in the eyes of God. So they stay there. Also when you are in these abusive relationships, it's because abuse turns into abuse is love. Abuse is love. When you love somebody, see, that's another thing about these guys in this group. See, when you love somebody, even though we can't understand, we tolerate a lot of stuff and would do a lot of things when we fall in love. See, this is something many of you have never experienced, or you forgot, or now you so high sedity, you act like you better than somebody. Love make you do some crazy things. When you love somebody. And don't tell me you don't understand where I'm coming from, because some of you love your religion and you hold on to it for dear life. And somebody can show you that's wrong. You don't care. I'm going to hold on. I'm a Muslim. I'm going to be a Muslim to the day I die. I'm going to be a Christian to the day I die. Because you in love with that. But when it comes to our relationship between men and women, you act like you don't understand love. Love make you do things. Love make you tolerate things. Here you are. It's a fact. It's a fact that after 40 years, Louis Farrakhan has not even opened up a Navy bean factory. And that's a staple. That's a staple in the Nation of Islam. They don't care. Because I love the minister. Don't care. But that's part of being a leader. That's his responsibility. But they don't care. I love Elijah Muhammad. No matter how true, they don't give a damn if it's true or false. I love it. You don't care. When you love make you do crazy things. Love make you tolerate stuff. What's that old song? If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. You gonna hold on to it. You love what you love. You can't make nobody dislove. Is that a word? Not love what they fall in love with. Because love. And so see, these guys never been in love. They don't understand what love is. Their whole mind is some type of fantasy world, some type of robotic, something that's not real. They don't know what love is. They don't know what love is. You can't make nobody love you. So that's what they're upset. Why don't you love me? You can't make nobody love you. You can't make nobody like you. And if you're really that concerned, instead of blaming the government, maybe you should look at yourself. What is that they say? Maybe you need a makeover. Because a lot of women do that. Maybe I need to change my hairstyle. I need to do something. I need a makeover. But ain't nothing wrong with you. You don't think nothing wrong. You don't think you have to change for nobody. You don't have to do nothing. Some of these men become experts on women and don't even talk to women. How are you going to be an expert and talk about women, and you don't even talk to them. You don't even talk to women. I asked these guys, did you talk to some woman today? They lied. You shouldn't have to lie. It should be easy to prove. That's why they hide behind avatars. You don't know who they are. You can't verify their stories. Because you're liars. They complaining about women. They talk about, I'm using women. I'm a player. There's no evidence of that. You can be whatever you want to on the internet. I'm related to President Obama. I'm his first cousin on his great-great-granddaddy's side. You can be whatever you want to on the internet. And that's why you on the internet. And you don't want to see the people that really know you. You don't want them to see you in real life. Now the brother I'm talking about from 2009, he shows his face. Been doing it, ain't no shame in his game. Because he got the information. He's confident. He know why women don't like him and the government do this. I got my statistics. I got my statistics and all this kind of good stuff. We cannot make nobody like us. You can come on here. They've been complaining about this since 2008, 9 or whatever. Nothing has changed. And the women that they talking about don't even listen to Kevin Samuels. They don't listen to Tommy Sotomayor. They don't even listen to you cats. They don't know nothing about you. I know the women in my family, the people around that I know, these women don't know nothing about that stuff. They don't care about you and your situation. They don't care. It's a few women on here see these corny videos and comment or whatever. But the mass majority that you actually talking about, they don't give a damn about you. And if you brought them, and if you brought your crazy self around them and their men, they'll whoop your ass. You come talk that stuff around these women that you hate, that you talking about, bring your ass around their men, their fathers, and their sons and whoever. Talk that stuff around them. The only way your coward ass is going to be on the internet crying and whimpering. It's so pitiful. They on here crying and whimpering because they had a bad relationship. Look, woo! Who hasn't had worse relationship than me? You saw my crap in your face going back and forth for almost 2 years. Now, if I wanted to talk about women, I could do it. I could say so and so and the women do this, but that would be a lie. These was individual women that I dealt with. Has nothing to do, they do not represent the other sisters out here in the United States or other women. These was individuals. These cornballs, they broke up with their wife, they had a bad divorce, like what's his name? The Advice Show. The Advice Show had a bad breakup, a bad divorce with a sister. Then he blamed all the black women. That's not right. That's not fair. How you gonna blame all the sisters and say all the sisters is like the woman you divorced when you? That's not fair. That's not just. And the same go for women. Because you had a bad man or whatever, all black men do this. You're a damn lie. You upset with an individual ain't gonna talk about black men do this and the black man. You're a damn lie. And so the advice show, what's his name, Philip Scott, what he did, he found him a white woman. First he was talking about she's a light-skinned Puerto Rican or some crap he was saying at first. She's a white woman with a bunch of children. And then when she was a co-worker. She smiled in his face, and he took his little money and invested in this white woman and all her children. Then he started, that's why him and I fell out. I said, what are you doing, man? Now he's a African. He's a super African with a white woman. Y'all fake ass frauds. Now he's pro-African. He done turned to African because he find out, just like a lot of these cats talking that kind of way, you can make money because these people live this fantasy world. I'm an African and blah, blah, blah. That's the reason why that movie Wakanda, Black Panther, that's why it did so well. Because it feeds, like we was talking earlier, it feeds your sickness. Because you're sick. You're mentally ill. Who more in a position to talk bad about black women than me? You saw what I went through. So I could easily say, well, you know, black women do this, and black women do that, and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to do that because that's not fair. Those was individuals that I was dealing with. Because I also can tell you it was black women. Black women with blue hair, with weaves, thick makeup, educated, uneducated. They helped me survive when I was locked up. They sure did. While the black men was in competition with somebody that's locked up. They was jealous because the black women like being around me. That's what the black men was in competition with somebody that's locked up. That's a damn shame. And when I got free, they all disappeared. Because they couldn't do nothing with me when I was locked up. You know damn well they can't do nothing with me once I get free. And see, this is what you don't understand. Here I am, I'm a guy locked up. And those Peckerwoods in that place, they wanted to try to stop it, but they couldn't do nothing about it. I'm broke. I don't have nothing. I'm locked up. I might be locked up the rest of my life. But those women like being around me. Why was that? Because women, even white women, it was a young white girl. I think she was 21, 22. She came into that place, and she was in an accident. She killed 3 people. She was driving drunk. Young white girl. And the young white girl came into the place, and she was scared of everybody. But for some reason, I don't know, she came and got around me. And she was there, wanted to be around me from the time she got there until the time she left. They said, Lord got him a white woman. Little young white girl. But she just wanted to be around me. She wouldn't talk to nobody except me. Never saw me before in her whole entire life till they locked her up with us. I don't know why. But I will tell you this. See, women, because it's their nature. I would say it's their nature. Women like strong men. I don't care if they lesbians, because I had lesbians around me. I only had one lesbian that didn't like me because she thought I was after her woman. That's messed up. But I had the lesbian sisters, I had educated sisters, I had the one, what you call ratchet, or whatever you want to call them. They like being around me. I don't have nothing. I'm a poor black man locked up in this place. But what I had was, I was strong. They saw that I was strong fighting the state of Missouri. Women like strength. And I talked to their brain. Even though some of them had nice bodies, they was cute or whatever, I talked to their brain. You don't know how to talk to nobody. I talked to their brain. I didn't tell them, ooh, your booty big. I talked to their mind. I tried to teach them some of the things that I understood and I knew. I talked to them like a human being, not a piece of meat. And I listened to their stories. Even the brothers, for some reason, would come and sit and just start talking to me and tell me their stories. I didn't ask nobody. I got problems of my own. I don't need nobody to come and tell me. They would come. I'm playing basketball and just sit on the side. Here come a brother and just telling me his whole life story. You don't listen. Some of our people are hurting. Some of our people are going through problems. We don't want to listen. We only looking about what we want. I've had people call me and I talked to them for 6 hours, 8 hours straight. They just wanted somebody to talk to here. I heard that you was a minister. Well, I'm not a minister like that. Well, you say that you are an AdMinister or something. You got this YouTube channel. And they just start talking. And I listened to them for 8 hours straight. You only care when you listen to these guys. It's about what I want. It's not about what I can give. What I can do for you. How I serve. They want to be served. What you can do for them, you selfish ass. Here I am. When you become a leader, you have to listen to the people. How you gonna be a leader? How you gonna lead your woman and your children and your dog Scruffy and you don't know a damn thing about them? You have husbands in these houses, don't even know what their children's favorite foods is, what they like to do. You don't even know nothing about your wife no more. I've had married women spill their guts to me. I wish my husband was like you. I didn't hit on their wife. I'm trying to save the marriage. I could have been one of y'all suckers. I'm a player. I've had more luck with married women than single women. Because a married woman understands and she's looking for that man in her husband, but her husband is lacking. So she's trying to find that man somewhere else. Because we don't want to listen. It's all about us. I'm tired. And some of us don't have nothing to offer. We have no teaching. We have nothing to talk. You think You think wisdom is quoting the Bible and quoting the Quran, and Minister Farrakhan said, trying to be smart. Sometimes it's just good to sit back and listen. We don't listen to people. Because, wow, I know it all. And we don't want to give, but we want to receive. Those women cried. They shed tears when I left that place. Not only those women, but those clients. Because I showed them compassion. I showed them empathy. And I helped them. And I wasn't looking for no reward. I wasn't looking for nothing in return. The only thing you want to do is take. So when you listen to Farrakhan, it's all about taking. Smooth talking, what you gonna give me? You listen to Tariq Nasheed, what you gonna give me? Sanetta, what you gonna give me? Everybody, what you gonna give me? They nothing but takers. But you never talk about what you got to give. This is what I'm gonna give. This is what I do. You can't even listen to nobody's story. A lot of these people are hurting. Sometimes people, women, wear these clothes because they want attention. But they draw the wrong attention. They want to be loved. But the only thing they can attract are takers. We want to talk about some of these talking points and get out of here. I was in the Nation of Islam for 9 years. Didn't get nothing. Not even an ink pen. Nothing but takers. I wouldn't even feel good if I was part, if the Realist Temple or Mississippi Campaign became an actual organization, I wouldn't even feel right. I couldn't sleep at night if the only thing I was doing was taking. How can I give? I got to show, I got to give people, I got to show them something. I got to give back. We give our money, we give our attention, we give our love. See, when you're in love, you in love with these suckers don't give you nothing. Except talk. I have a listener, Lunch Break Chronicles, keep putting in the chat room about Elijah Muhammad. You ain't got nothing. The Nation of Islam been around almost 100 years. We don't have nothing. We love these that don't give us nothing. And even the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, why do you love the white man? Because he gives you nothing. Why do you love the Nation of Islam after 100 years? Why do we love the new Black Panther Party? Why do we love more Science Temple? Why do we love all the church? Why do we love all this stuff? Because it gives us nothing. That's why we love it. And you in love with the abuser. Because an abuser don't give you nothing. The abuser only takes. And the abuse becomes love. Brother Talib says, let me see if I can see that. I saw a video where a Rastafarian woman was talking about these Rasta men, even like Bob Marley, chasing white women over black women, but Rastafarianism is supposed to be blackness. Absolutely. That's why they made that movie. What is it? I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. They made a movie making fun of it. so many of these black folks messing around with Caucasian women. Which is, if that's what floats your boat, cool. But it is impossible. If you love yourself, that's not a good look. That's not a good example for the people. You telling the people, but my woman ain't good enough. It's thousands and hundreds of my woman, but I got to have this white woman on my arms. Because out of all these hundreds, y'all ain't good enough. It looks hypocritical. It looks fake. Not to say that she can't help us. Not to say that y'all not in love. It's not a good look. And so they make movies about it, making mockery of it. Because it's not a good look. How, if I'm a dog lover, but you always see me, but I'm a dog lover, but the only animal you see in my house is a cat. How does that look? I just love dogs. I'm a dog lover. Lassie, Rin Tin Tin. The only animal you see in my house is a cat. What does that say? If you're a dog lover, how come the only thing we see in your house is a cat? That's what it looks like. You so pro-black and the African, and most of these pro-black and the black folk, a lot of them have biracial children. They're not going to tell you about that. And they mess with a lot of white women in their past. I was on a telephone call, and they was talking about the white women they mess with. Now all of a sudden, they so blackity-black and pro-black, black. I've never romanced a Caucasian person, male or female. Never. I have no biracial secret children nowhere. These people have slept with Caucasians. They have biracial children. And a lot of us have biracial and Caucasian people in our family. Some of our family members have married them. And you, when they come around, you ain't doing all that pro-black and black stuff. We need to be real with it. I mean, just be real. All this fake stuff. Just be real. That's what I don't like. All the fakery. You fake. So how the hell you gonna tell me about my blackness? I've never slept with Caucasian people. But you have. But you more blackity black than me. I don't think so. I've been the way I have been all my life. It's a new thing for you. I discovered my blackness when I was a child. I was like Michael Evans. Except my show didn't get canceled. Because as you know, in good time, Michael Evans let all that, they stopped writing all that stuff. He stopped talking all that blackity black stuff. I've always been this way. Ever since I was little. Talib says, they say the reason Rastas chose white women because they watched Bob Marley do it because he was biracial. Yeah. See? I mean, if Bob Marley is biracial, why can't he be attracted to white women? I mean, he's biracial. His mother or father is that. Now, you have biracial people. They black. They pro-black. They don't play that. But some of them, I mean, you are biracial or whatever, your mother or your father, you used to, I mean, come on, let's just get real about it. I want to deal with these points and get out of here. This is taking longer than I thought it would be. Longer than I thought it would be. I want to deal with these talking points. One of their talking points is women can't control access to sex. Men control access to marriage. What is control? Control is when you dominate. Like white folks control this nation. That's control. They don't give a damn about what you have to say. They don't give a damn about what nobody else has to say. They control this nation. Now they might be losing control in a little while, but they control this nation. If you control your car, then nobody else can take control of it. But if somebody else can grab the wheel and force you to go where you don't want to go, then that's out of control. I guess that's a decent, simple example. If you control something, if you really control something, nobody else can take that control away from you. You control that. So, if women do control access to sex, but sooner or later, but if they want to have sex, they're going to have to give up that control. So if you're going to keep it to yourself, then you are in control. But once you decide I'm going to let somebody else in, then you no longer control that no more. I guess I'm saying that right. Because you don't have to, because if you really control that, you don't need me. You don't need a man. But if sooner or later you need a man, apparently you don't control that much. Just like men get married. You're not going to get married by yourself. So you, sooner or later, you're going to give access to that person. So you really don't control, because sooner or later, you're going to bow down to this person. So how the hell you going to control? If I control something, you ain't going to have no access to that. I don't need you. But if you need me and I need you, then nobody really controls nothing, because sooner or later, y'all won't compromise and do your thing. That's why we have 8 billion people on the earth. And now, it's not necessary for marriage. Marriage is a ritual. That's not necessary. Nobody don't have to get married to have sex. But women control access, but they're not going to control nothing, because if they control it, that means they will control nature. And apparently they're not doing a good job controlling it, because there's 8 billion people on the damn planet. So what kind of control is that? It sounds like you are out of control. And if a woman want to get married to a man, she's going to have to do the same thing. He don't control that if he want to get married, whether it's to a man or a woman. So if you, I guess I'm putting that there. I guess you understand where I'm coming from with this. There's no control. Nobody really controls nothing when you need somebody else sooner or later. Like the Arabs. They control the oil, which they do. But it's useless unless they can sell it to somebody else. Yeah, they control the oil, but what if nobody want to buy it? So what? You control it. And then when you open up the door for other people to come in because you want to sell it, then it comes out of your control. It's in your control. It's in your control as long as you don't need nobody. So how can women control sex and there's 8 billion people on the planet? How do you control marriage when you angry and upset because nobody want to marry your happy ass? Because you really want to be married. So you're going to open that up. So how do anybody control anything when sooner or later you're going to give access, you're going to give control to somebody else? So how do you have an exclusive? That's what it is. You don't exclusively, nobody exclusively control those things. Because they're going to, sooner or later, they're going to open up and allow somebody else to come in. And we talked about this earlier. We talk about this all the time on this channel about males' accountability. We talk about women, holding women accountable. I don't know, holding women accountable for what? For their behaviors. We all should be held accountable for our behaviors, good or bad. It don't make no difference. Now what it is, we get into these relationships, we get into these interactions with women, and some of them are smarter than you, that you got played or whatever. That's life, man. Now you all upset on the internet, women do this. No, that woman done that. Women didn't do it, that woman done that. I'm not going to come on here and tell you women did that. No, those women did that to me. And I will tell you their names, and I will tell you about them. Women did not do that to me. Don't say women do this, women do that. Women adorn themselves, whether you like it or not. They put on, women wear weaves. Women wear makeup. That's what women be doing all over the earth. They adorn themselves with different clothes and their hair. That's what women been doing. Women love adornment. And hell, even some men like adornment. You got your earring in your ear. And they make weaves for, yes they do. They make weaves for men. Some of y'all hair not real. Some of these men paint your fingernails. And you wear your gold chains, and you like adornments too. Me personally, that's too much stuff to take off when you gotta take a bath. I gotta take off my toupee, I gotta take off my earrings, that's too much stuff to be take a bath. I don't want to be taking all that stuff off. Then you gotta put it all back on. I'm not into that, so I can. But you have people that's into adornments. Even primitive tribes, they adorn themselves with different tattoos and see, that's another thing. You don't talk about all the brothers with you so damn black you can't even see the damn tattoo. They got tattoos all over the place, putting nose earrings and in your mouth and in your tongue and all. It's all adornment. If you don't like that, just don't deal with that person. They like it. They will find somebody else who like those type of adornments, and they will live happily ever after. Has nothing to do with you. Men and women will lie in relationships. Men and women will use folks. That's just a human thing. That's what folks been doing. It's not a man thing. It's not a woman thing. It's a human thing. We lie. We try to be something that we're not. Sometimes we're good when people put on a good show when you first meet them. 2 months later, they different. Or you move in with them. There's a difference. You and your best buddy, y'all get along, but become roommates. It's a whole different ball game. Talking with a woman and being married, trying to raise children, that's 2 different ball games. It's different. People fall out of love. Our sister, Cindy Herron, been married for 30 years. Just divorced her husband. Brother, what's his name? Blair Underwood. Been married 30 years, I think also. They just divorced. It's a beginning and an ending. That's just life. Whatever it was in the beginning that we liked, we might not like as time goes on. And some people, just like Blair Underwood said, him and his wife, they basically stayed together for the children. Then when the children got grown or whatever, they divorced. So that's just life. That's how things go. We can't make nobody the same way that you fell in love, the same way that you. Who knows how it's going to work out? Nothing is guaranteed. That's why I tell these guys, we got this fantasy world, happily forever after. What you talking about, a lot of that stuff was fake in the past. A lot of those things in the past was fake. A lot of those women was forced to stay in these abusive relationships because men control everything. Women were not allowed to take care of themselves. In a lot of cultures, women were sold. Women sold to other men. Forced marriages, what they call the forced marriages. You buy and sell wives, all that kind of crazy stuff. There was a time in this country, if you got a woman pregnant, they made you marry her. What they call it, especially in the old South, those old hillbilly days, you get a woman pregnant, you marry her. And if you go, I think it was in Ireland, if you marry somebody, you better make sure because they don't believe in divorce. You married for the rest of your life. They don't believe in divorce. I think it's in Ireland. But see, another thing, we play these games and we're not real about ours. And we get married for the wrong reasons. Why you want to marry somebody and they really don't like you? They marry you for your money. You marry them for their body because she look cute. See, you setting yourself up. Then when it all comes out in the wash, then you want to get all upset. And when it comes to children, men do the same damn thing. Except most times, men don't even get involved. Here, you take the children, I'm already 5,000. Men will use children against the female, just like female will use that. Because I've seen it myself. But most men abandon their children. I know a lot of men right now, they live in a bachelor. They living like me. I don't have any children. They living like me. And they have children to take care of. But the female, the mama, always gets stuck. And these guys, they gonna get to deal with the children when they feel like it. She don't have a choice. She have to feel like it 24 hours a day. And they keep telling me this sad story. Let me tell you something. Court is free. None of you go to family court. I know you don't, because you're talking bull. Go to family court. In most cases, they allow the public to come in and you can sit and watch these family cases. Because y'all talking a bunch of garbage and you don't know what happened. You going by somebody's statistic, some garbage somebody made up. Go to court. Go to family court and sit and listen to these cases and see what goes on, why the woman is getting custody. Because a lot of cases, the father is in agreement that the children should be with their mama. There's no long lines of no men fighting for custody of those children. They happy to live like I do, like they don't have any children. Give them children to their mother. They don't have no responsibility. Child support is not responsibility. You need to take those children to school. You need to take them to the hospital. You need to do the same thing mama do. And through my experience, most of these guys don't even really pay no real child support. I know a guy that paid $200 a month. He might and he might not for a 17-year-old and a 6-year-old. You can't barely feed a goldfish on no $200 a month. What bill you gonna pay? His children gotta live. The average rent, what? The average rent is $600 and more dollars. $1,000. It's according to where you live. What is $200? His children don't even have a place to stay with $200 a month. But these men get a pass. And this one evil sucker was making mockery of black women being evicted out of their houses because they can't pay the rent. Oh, maybe if the father paid child support. You ever think about that, dumbass? Rent is high. Everybody is having a problem paying their damn rent. I just saw a story in Arizona. This one city in Arizona has the highest eviction rate. All kinds of people. You have people that's homeless and they work every day. You making mockery of poverty because you hate women. You piece of trash. These groups, that's all they do is sit around 24 hours a day trying to find something to make mockery of women and wish evil on women because they can't get no pootie. Because they want to live this happy life. This traditional happy life where they can feel like a man. They want to control everybody. But what are you giving? We know what you want from the woman. We know what you want from the children. What do you bring to that table? Because everything you get comes from the white man. You punk. You ought to see how they act when they find out I'm a man. They a bunch of punks. They like roaches and they start to scatter. I invited them to this live stream. And if you're listening to this live stream, bring your ass here. But they're not gonna come. A bunch of punks, bunch of sissies writing garbage in the chat room. And I don't even communicate with them. I don't even write. I use memes. Pre-made memes, because I already know what your dumb ass gonna say. So why should I write it over the same garbage response over and over? I already know what you're gonna say. I just make a meme, put it in there. And they're low. These lonely dumbass folks respond to memes. That's how lonely they are. I'm like, damn. Truly pathetic. Bunch of losers. You mad because some woman did. You feel as though you didn't do nothing. And see, because when people tell their stories, they only tell the story to fit them. Now, when I'm telling my story, I brought proof. I brought proof to back up what I'm talking about. I can accept my wrong. I can accept when I did something foul. I can embrace it and I will say that. I'm not going to come on here with that self-righteous baloney. But they're not going to tell you the reality of it. My wife left me. My dog left me. Why did they leave you? They're not going to tell the real story. They're not going to tell you how it really was. And now they on here. See, they don't want to put themselves in a position where they can be questioned. You can question me. I don't have nothing to hide. You hide behind an avatar. And you don't want to come and be questioned because you're a liar. And I'm glad no woman wants you. You are a liar. You're a piece of trash. You're nothing but an abuser. You're nothing but a slave owner looking for a slave. J226 says, the female lion don't divorce the male lion. That's not true. Female lions would kick them. Female lions would get together and kick male lions out of the pride. So that's not true. Female lions run the pride. We think that male lions run the pride. No, they don't. When female lions get tired of your ass, they will kick that lion out. If they don't kill him, they will team up on him and kick his ass out. And they'll wait for a better man to show up that brings something to the family. Take your crazy ass, you getting out. I don't think we really don't know lions, do we? You really don't know lions. We've been watching too much Lion King. That's my thing. I watch Love Nature. I've been into animals ever since I was a little boy. And when these people talk all this stuff, whatever, about, you don't know nothing, whatever, about no lion. I mean, go look it up. I don't have to lie. I don't have to lie about nothing. Female lions would kick male lions' ass. No, one-on-one, a female lion can't do nothing with a lion. But when those lionesses, I don't know how they decide tongue tie. I don't know how they decide how they communicate with the other female lion. You got to go. But that's what happened. They kick his ass. They will kill him. You gotta go. I don't know where you're going, but you gotta get the hell out of here. They also throw their male sons out of the pride. When their male sons get to a certain age, you got to go. And male lions are stronger. But female lions run that house. So that's false. And see, the thing about leadership, it's not about male or female. It's about who is competent. If you're in a survival situation, you in an airplane and it's in a crash, and you out in the jungle and got to survive and try to wait for a rescue party to come, are you going to follow a man and the only thing he know about is working at McDonald's? Or you going to follow that woman who has experience living in the jungle, survival skills? Who you going to follow? Who's going to be the leader? Well, y'all can follow that man, and I hope that y'all in the jungle, I hope that you find a Burger King or something, because that's the only thing he can do for you. I am going to follow, and this woman is going to be my leader. She's going to help me survive and get the hell out of this damn jungle. She's a survivalist, and she used to be a Green Beret or something in the military. I am going to go with her. I don't give a damn about that man and his leadership. The only thing he know how to do is lead McDonald's. Do you want fries with that? That's the only thing he can tell you. You want fries with that? I'm going with this woman. I'm going with the leader who is the most competent, who can lead me where I want to go and what I want to do. Now, if you want to go to McDonald's and you in the jungle, you follow that sucker. I want to get out of here. I want to be able to find some food and survive and get the hell out of this jungle. I'm following the woman with the skills. It's about who got the skills. Who should be the leader in the house? The unemployed man or the woman that's going to work every day putting food on the table? She's the leader. She's the one that put a roof over your head. She's the one keeping this going. And this bum won't even do nothing, won't even take care of the children, won't even put food, he won't even cook the damn food. What woman wants that kind of stuff? I'm the man, I'm still the man. Well, take your ass out here and make the money and do what's required. I'm Mr. Man, I'm the leader. I wouldn't give a damn. If Terry out here making the money, when she get home, I got a bubble bath, I don't learn how to cook, throw down, ain't no shame in the game. That's some dumb stuff. Y'all stupid. Because you want to put on this show, Mr. Leader, but you ain't got a pot to piss in. You don't have a pot to piss in. You don't bring water into the house. You don't bring electricity into the house. You don't make no jobs. You don't have no oil. You don't have no gold. You don't run no farm. You don't control nothing. And you making all these demands. Get the hell out of here. Got all these demands. How we gonna make demands and don't have a pot to piss in? Because you have not paid the price. And the price is death. Just like many of these men around the earth. Right now in the Ukraine, if they survive that war with Russia, who's to tell them what they can and can't do? They fought and they died for Ukraine. What the hell do you fight and die for? Except for Popeye's chicken sandwich. That's the only thing you gonna die for, Popeye's chicken sandwich. You got all these demands, but you don't want to die. You don't want to sacrifice. You want somebody to give you. These men in that group, they don't talk about what they done. They don't talk about what they done as men. They talk about what Dr. King and some other, what the hell have you done? That's my question. Even, what's his name? Even Charleston White asked the question, what have we done in the last 50 years? The men supposed to be the leaders. You said you the leader and you the provider and you all Hasidini. What have you done in the last 50 years? Except listen to a YouTube video. Maybe you went to Tariq Nasheed's rally or something. Oh, Tariq, yeah, and act like a little bitch. Yeah, Tariq, the Honorable Minister Vince Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad, act like little sissies. And you don't think nothing wrong with that. Clapping, yay! Always for men. Ding-a-ling worshipers. Worship the ding-a-ling. Hate the woman and love you some ding-a-ling. Undercover, woo! Almost let it slip. Almost let it slip. Y'all want to be around ding-a-ling all the time. Your God got a ding-a-ling. Allah, that's a he. Jehovah, that's a he. All these gods is a he. And all the pictures you put on the wall, everything that come out your mouth, it's all about men. Men. And then you have a problem with the LGBTQ community, whatever the hell they call it. And you sound gay too. Because everything about you is your damn ding-a-ling. Women don't do nothing. Everything you taught, it's all about men. And see, it's all about men because women haven't had an opportunity to do nothing. And don't tell me you don't understand, because it's the same thing with racism. The Caucasian people for 400 years kept us from doing things. It's the same thing. Now you understand racism, but you don't understand sexism. Then they keep telling me about women didn't do this. Well, the same thing with black folk. Black folks was doing things, even during slavery and whatever, we was making progress, we was doing things. And the same thing with women. Women have been doing things even though they was under oppression too, and still under oppression. There's no equality for nobody in the United Snakes of America. Brother Talib said, it's sickening when brothers act like this on social media and in public when all this crazy stuff going on in society. I'm starting to think almost that so people have given up on the struggle. They're comfortable. They're comfortable in the cesspool. There is no struggle for them. They want to be like everybody else. You not like everybody else. And that's why they don't want to hear me talk. That's why they don't want to hear others talk. Because we mess up their fantasy world. Because for them, there's no struggle. They on the same playing field as the white man. No, you not. Because the white folks can go to their house and my white brothers did this, my white brothers did that, blah, blah. That's what they can do. When you go to your house, point to what your black brothers, what you done. You might get an ink pen. You don't even produce ink pens. That's not my fault. I accept the reality of it. That's our fault. If the black man is a leader, then lead. If you provided, then provide. If you protected, then protect. You just running your damn mouth, but you want respect like you've done something. And every year on this platform, we always ask, what have we done in the last 10 years? Nothing. Tariq Nasheed ain't produced nothing in the last 10 years. They always talk about only 10 people listen to you. Nobody listen to you. That's fine and dandy. I'm not embarrassed. You the one should be embarrassed because you have thousands of people supposed to support you and y'all ain't produced a damn thing. Now that's embarrassing. When you have all this help and can't produce nothing. Louis Farrakhan been around, thousands of followers, thousands of people, 40 years. Ain't produced nothing. They gonna always talk. They talk about the Million Man March. Didn't produce nothing. Ain't nothing been happening since the murder of Dr. King, 1968. It all started going downhill. The men, Mr. Man, you a man, what do you produce? Go on these groups, these so-called men, they talk like little children. They talk about women like they back in high school. I didn't do that in high school. They sound like they're in grade school. It's pitiful. And then get angry when you bring it to their attention. Because they're not man enough to accept themselves for what you are. You are pitiful. You ain't done nothing. They talk about what somebody else done. They don't talk about what they done. Well, so-and-so in 18, you didn't live, what that got to do with you? Because that was a black man. I'm talking about what you done. What have you added on to it? Absolutely nothing. You want respect, but you have done nothing to earn respect. Because you're too scared. We got to hold black women accountable. Accountable for what? Their behavior. Who's going to hold you accountable for your behavior? Because ain't nothing wrong with you. You don't do nothing wrong. Talib said, I must say, whether we agree with the female species or not, at this time, they taking the position of human leadership. So men, absolutely. So men, what you gonna do about that if you don't get real answers? See, that's another thing. The women created Black Lives Matter, one of the biggest movements ever. And you got these suckers hating on them. They lesbians and they spending the money. Your leaders did the same thing. You've been doing the same thing. Your men in leadership take the money, buy fancy cars and do stuff, whatever. Ain't produce nothing. They ain't doing no more than what your leadership. But at least Black Lives Matter had everybody around the world, Africans, white people, everybody around the world, talking about George Floyd, a black man. Woo, y'all haters. You're jealous because you're losers. If you can do better, then do it. You can't do better. Do better than Black Lives Matter. If you took control of a state, you blow all that out the water. But you're too weak. You're too weak to do that. You're not smart enough. You're not strong enough. We talk about Mississippi campaign here. You do that, you blow everything. You blow the Million Man March, the March on Washington. You can put all this stuff together and it blows out. Not to brag. I mean, that's what our ancestors want us to do. But you're too weak. You're not a fighter. You're a lover. But nobody want to love you. That's what they're upset about. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. That's what they're upset about. Do you know how much love you would get? The whole attitude of this woman, the children, even the white man. If you accomplish the vision of the mission, woo, man, you earn your stripes. It's never been done. And not only that, but you maintain, once you see, the easy part is actually taking control of the state. The hard part is taking the poverty-stricken state and making it into a wealthy state. That's your mission. What's that, Mission Impossible? Remember the guy going to the telephone booth or whatever, and there's a little tape recorder, and the tape recorder, that's your mission. That's your mission. Take control of this poverty. That's what we say all the time. They talk about that's a poor. They say that's a poor state. That's what I said already. You're gonna take a poverty-stricken state and make it a wealthy state because you said that you God. You said that you smart. You said that you got it going on, so you should be able to do this. But apparently, that's a lie. And it's Angelsnupnup7 fault. Because that's a lie, right? Man, this is going overtime. I thought I was going to do an hour, or at least an hour and a half and be done, but it never. Let me get through these points. Let me try to get out of here. It's going on 10 o'clock. Come on now. Well, I don't have to get up. I can talk as loud as I want to. I can stay up as long as I want to. They also say only the women choose the men. Now we know that's a lie. We know that's a lie. Both have to choose each other. Unless it's a forced marriage, a forced relationship. They both line each other up. I like you. I like you too. They choose each other because it could be, ooh, I like Terry. Terry don't like you. Damn. Oh well. We choose each other. If that person like you, you like that person, y'all got, but it don't always go that way. For whatever reason. And sometimes you can have money and they still don't want you. You can have money, you can have car, but they just don't like you. And that's what we don't understand either. I got the house, I got the car, I even got money. And they still don't have to like you. And people, when they are sincere, they would tell you that. Of course, you have those. Yeah, I like you, but then they're gonna tell you, yeah, for your money. But we choose each other, unless it's a forced relationship. When I first went to those pages, I tried to have a decent conversation with these. These guys are so immature. It's embarrassing. You cannot have a civil conversation. They talk about women are emotional. As soon as you say something they disagree with, they start falling apart, crying and whimpering. I'm like, damn. So I started making memes and just write the crap down there. Because I don't have to. Now, I do have conversation with some of them when I see that that's possible. over 95%, you cannot have a decent conversation with these guys. They're too immature. They're crying and whimpering because their brain is filled with all this nonsense, this fantasy that they view themselves. But that's not you. They believe they're Superman. You're not Superman. They believe they have a cape. They believe they can fly through the air. They believe that they're Superman. No, that's not you. You're not even Superboy. You're not even Crypto the Super Dog. You way down there, bro. And that's what they don't want to deal with. Because nobody has shown us how to be men. That's the reality of it. How you gonna be a man? We don't know. We don't really have no examples of manhood. There's nobody constantly in front of us that's a strong figure. In the 60s, when I was growing up, there was real strong men in front of me. When I was in the Nation of Islam, those brothers was doing the best they could to be men. I never heard all this crying. Even the drunk. Come on, brother Aleeyah. Even the drunk men wasn't this damn weak. Even the brothers that was doing bad in the street didn't sound like these suckers. They so damn weak. Now you wearing your little, you see some of them guys, these supposed to be real pictures of them. Oh, these are my real pictures. They look so gay. They got their long hair, the earrings in their ear. They don't know how to dress. What woman wants you? You can't talk. Open up your damn mouth. You whimpering, you crying. What woman the hell wants you? You don't sound strong. You got a picture up there, you don't look strong. Some of them suckers, they even come on with their shirt off. I don't want to see that. I blocked them. I don't want to see no man with their shirt off. As soon as I see the profile with a man with his shirt off, I block him. I don't want to see that. You can't talk. You have no personality. You're not smart. And you crying, talking about no woman. Hell, I don't want you either. If I was gay, I wouldn't want your ass either. There's nothing fun about you. You're just whimpering like a puppy. Now, like I say on my program, I could be wrong. See, for me, I will respect you as a man, but you're not the kind of man that I would want around me. You're too weak for me. See, you the kind of man that's a buck private. See, we need men that's Green Berets, the Rangers. We need the elites of the military. You're not the elite of the military. Yeah, you in the military, but you're a buck private. You're not a general. But we need generals. We need the Green Berets. We need the Rangers, whatever they call them. We need the elite, the Marines. We need the elite in order to move this struggle. That's what we need. We need the elite. Y'all, you are a lower class. I will give you respect as a man, but you're not high enough. Because if I could get men, it don't even take a lot. If I could get men on this higher level, we could do the Mississippi campaign. Because it don't really take a lot. We need men on the level of the Marines, the Green Berets. We need warriors, not cheerleaders. You got these guys that go to all these different channels and cheer. I don't need no damn cheerleader. I don't need your punk ass comments cheering me on. I don't need no cheerleader. Girly men. I don't need no girlier men. Your praise and your honor, your cheerleading don't do nothing for me. I can come on here and talk by myself with zero in the chat room, with zero. Don't bother me at all. I don't need you to do nothing for me. If you want to do something for me, you should help me with the Mississippi campaign. If you want to do something for me, cheerlead that. Because I don't need your cheerleading. I'm comfortable in my skin. I want better for the people that I come from. And I thought you did too. But you're a low class. Yeah, you're a man, but you're low class. All those men that died in the Civil War, that's the type of man that we need. And you're not that kind of man. You want somebody to give you something. Taalik says, I remember when our elders before us in the 70s was somewhat protect us, whether they was doing bad or, that's right, whether they was doing bad or good. But that's went out the window. In the 70s, we as children were neglected, some most of the time. But it's 1,000 times worse in 2024. Exactly. These men in this group, to show you how sick and selfish they are, they talk against being a stepdaddy. We should be happy that a man will step up because another man failed and helped raise a child. Because it's not the child's fault that they're here. A man helped me when I was growing up. That wasn't my biological father. Men helped me. They wasn't my biological father. How dare you talk about and try to make a man feel bad because that's not my biological seed. What's his name? Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal made a song, My Biological Didn't Bother. Another man stood up and did what his daddy couldn't do or wouldn't do. My cousin, a single woman, adopted 4 young men, and one of them just graduated out of high school. And she adopted them as a single mother. Those are not her biological children. She got them out of foster care and kept brothers together. And these evil demons want people to look down on people that have passion and empathy for children. They didn't ask to be here. That's not my blood. Your blood probably gonna leave your happy ass in a nursing home. Nobody don't give a damn about your blood. Nursing homes is a $1 billion industry. So it's a lot of blood that's putting their people in nursing homes. Your ass gonna be there. There's no guarantee your children gonna try to keep you in a house or whatever, because they gonna live their own lives. And you probably be sick. And they don't don't want to take care of no. They love you, but they can't handle no sick ass person. Don says that the hatred for single mothers, especially when they're black, is awful. It's coming from these suckers. How can a mother be single? First of all, most of these daddies, they don't marry these women. And see, love make you do crazy things. And sex make you do crazy things. Being lonely. Some people get caught up because I don't want to be alone. I know this man is garbage, but he's something to put in my bed. And some of them know he's a loser. But I like him, mama. You ever heard that? There was an episode of Good Time. And Thelma wanted to marry a brother that was going to be a auto mechanic. And James in Florida didn't really like that. I don't want my grandchild, his first words, can I change your oil? Or whatever. You fall in love with who you fall in love with, who you like. And you don't trip off with your parents. This is my life. Relationships, love, all that is you can be happy, then you can be unhappy. There's no guarantee. And then you have those people that they just play games. You probably play games. And there's another, see, some of these guys like to control folks. And then you be on, it's just like Pork Chop. Remember Pork Chop? Pork Chop was nice to me. All nice on the phone and blah, blah. But when I actually moved there and lived with her, the whole demeanor changed. Want to control my life. Tell me what to eat. Tell me what to do. That's how some of these folks is. That's how they reel you in. They smile in your face or whatever till they can get a grip. Then they change on you. You don't know. You thought that's them. They put on a show till you actually look, till they can get in your grip. People change when they think that you need them. See, all this is not what I'm saying is not nothing new. You know that, but they want to keep on this bull crap narrative. We know about relationships. It's very rare that you can meet your soulmate in high school, then y'all get married and stay married. That's very rare. Because people, like we said earlier in our talk, people suffer mental illness. People can be influenced. You can become a Muslim and your wife is a Christian, and you were divorced because she won't accept Allah. There's all kinds of reasons for these divorces and breakups and whatever. Because people change. I have relatives that don't talk to me because I won't believe in their God. And I'm not married to them. There's people that say they don't claim certain children because they won't believe in Allah or Jesus, or because they gay, or whatever the reason is. Marriage is no different. You can break up because I like a Chihuahua and the husband want a Rottweiler. There's all kinds of reasons folks can't get along or whatever, or maybe you lost your job or the stress. There was a lot of divorces because of COVID, because people was forced to interact with each other more because of COVID. There was also some babies born because folks was more closer because of COVID also. if you want a better environment, sir, you can complain until you blue in the face or whatever. This is the United States of America. This is the environment. I don't know why these people think that they're going to get some kind of holy and righteous life out of a country that's not holy and righteous. They don't even know if they male or female in this country. You got 20-year-old people sitting on top of rooftops trying to kill an ex-president. Who knows how many people was murdered over the July 4th weekend in Chicago and our major cities. I don't know why you think that you living in a holy and righteous environment. You can go out of your house and get carjacked. Don says, having a father in the home is short of nothing special. There are a lot of stories of fathers killing their girlfriends and wives. Hell, there's a story of a father putting antifreeze in the child's milk. Men are more prone to murder in these relationships, according to y'all statistics that you don't talk about that. When these relationships go bad, in these relationships, men are more prone to murder and violence than women are. Why don't you talk about that? They don't bring that up. Men are more prone to sexually molest a child than women are. If you're going to talk all this, see, this is the thing about it. If we're going to talk this crap, do the whole story. Don't concentrate on one part that you like that can help your life. Tell the whole story. That's all I'm about. If I'm going to tell a story, I'm going to tell the whole story. And a lot of these things we see with our own eyes. It's in our family. It's in our neighborhood. We know. So I don't talk about statistics. What about what you see with your own eyes? Because what you see with your own eyes don't support the lie that you believe in. What do you see with your own eyes? Because I don't see a lot of this stuff. I don't care what the statistics say. Personally, my own personal life, what I see, I don't see these things. Like these guys. When I go out in the neighborhood, when I go and move, I don't hear men talking like these fools. Do you? I don't hear men talking like these fools. And they're not going to come around us. Because these men out in these streets whoop your ass. Talk about women like that. And even if they're going through bad, they're not going to let you talk about their mama, their auntie, or whatever, the way you do. Talk about women do this. Well, you're a damn liar. You get your ass whooped in real life. So keep your punk ass on the internet. Because I know what happened if you came around the people that I'm about. I know what would happen to you talking crazy like that. Nobody talks crazy like that around me. Y'all piece of trash. You're not a full functioning man. You're in no position to make mockery, try to degrade, or talk about nobody as pitiful as you are. You got to get a passport and go get some foreign poor ass woman. That's how pitiful you are. You cannot, here you are, a black American man, and you can't even attract your own woman. That goes to show how pitiful can you, that's like a lion. A lion can't attract a lioness. He can attract a buffalo, but he can't attract a lion. What kind of crap is that? I only like buffalo women. You're supposed to be eating them, bro, don't you? No, I don't eat buffalo. I don't eat buffalo women no more. I'm a lion. I love buffalo women now. Them lion women is something wrong with them. That's a damn shame. Oh, that's a damn shame. On here talking crap 24 hours a day because nobody won't give you sex. Go get you a prostitute. I don't want no prostitute. I want the happy. Well, nobody wants you. Get a makeover. Something is wrong with you. And then they don't talk about these horror stories. These guys getting robbed, trying to go to different countries, getting caught up in other countries, trying to find them a wife. That's the most dumbest thing I ever heard of. They don't talk about, because see, once you bring a woman to America, she'll mess around and become Americanized. They don't talk about she divorce your ass and take half. See, what you want is a slave. That's what you want. Now, you might be lucky and get you a good slave. Why don't you just go on the internet, go to Craigslist, I want a female slave. I want to marry her so she can do what I say. Just ask for a female slave. Because that's really what you want. I do not want nobody that I can make a slave. Because that's a disservice to me. Because if I do wrong, if I make bad choices, I need somebody there to help keep me in check. Keep me in reality. Keep me working. Because I got 10 children I got to take care of. Here you are, got 10 children, and you don't want this woman in your ear. You need to get another job. We got 10 children here. Well, baby, you made 10 children. Nobody forced you. Take care of them. That's what real men did. Welfare, EBT cards wasn't always here. There was men that had 10 children, never had an EBT card. They was making two. My grandfather had 9 children. I believe it was 9. He never had an EBT card. He was making $3 a day. I don't want to hear these excuses. My grandfather making $2 a day with 9 children. There was no welfare. Y'all got soft. You're soft. You're spoiled. Living off welfare. Living off EBT cards. Living off the little chump change from the civil rights movement. That's your problem. You just want to have fun. And that's what it's all about. I want to have fun. You want this happy, joy life. That's not reality. Hey, what's up, Loretta? Yeah, I just want to rant about these cats. They so sickening. I mean, they're so pathetic, and it's mind-boggling. I invited them. They look at my post. I put up a post. I'm having a live stream. Come here, because I could be wrong. Don't I always say that? I could be wrong. Come and show us. You know, I'm happy to learn. Because I might not be able to see it. You come here and explain it. Oh, now I see. Okay, I got you. They cowards. None of them. They hide behind avatars and act and puff out their chest and act all tough. Yeah, okay. How you doing, Freddie? Freddie on Facebook in the house. Freddie Scott, always there. Reality's Tip on Earth, we simulcasting. Reality's Tip on Earth Internet Ministry Facebook channel. We also Angelsnupnup7 YouTube channel, and this is Reality's Tip on Earth Internet Ministry YouTube channel. Thank you everybody for supporting. Let me go ahead and end this. This talk went longer than I wanted it to go. Let me try to wrap this up real quick, make these points and get out of here. How can you call a woman a H, yes, a H, a B, you know the words that they use. These are words that's not even yours. These are words that you got from a racist, woman-hating person that called you the N-word. And all of us was the N-word. Then you gonna turn around and use his nasty words he have for women because he's gay, because he's a pedophile, he's a racist, because he's nasty and disgusting. You gonna turn around and use his words against your own sisters, your own women. It's not even your words. It's his words. You don't even have no originality. You a simp. That's his words. Ain't no black man created that. You copying him and his manosphere. So we're going to have the black manosphere. Because his ass is sick. And you sick. You can, if you're going to call women that, then you calling your mom that. And your sister and your auntie and your female cousins. You calling your own family, your own daughter. When Jay-Z was calling women H's and B's, he also was calling his own daughter, she wasn't even born yet. Explaining that Jay-Z to, what's her name, Blue Ivy. How you calling women all these names. Because see, the thing about it is, another man is calling your daughter the H and the B. You started it. You promoted that. So Beyonce is a H. Beyonce is a B. Blue Ivy is a B and a H, and all your female children and your mama. This is what you don't understand. You can't call these women those things without calling your own mama, your own cousins, your grandmama. That's what she is. Because you following behind racists. No, you the B. You can't even make up your own name. You an H on the stroll for these men. With your booty turned over, waiting for the long ding dong. Y'all some pitiful, disgusting creatures. And you get no mercy from me. When I was growing up, you don't talk about women. You don't do that. You don't talk about mama. When I was growing up, you talk about mama. I don't care what she was. You get your ass whooped, you're gonna have some problems. Even when you go back to those 1970 shows, that's fighting words. Your mama, that's fighting words. You don't talk about her. But you so sick and you're selfish and you're trifling, you become the chocolate-covered version of the racist. You act and you talk like them. Even the pro-black ones, they act like them and they talk like them. You all the same. And you will attack women, but you won't bring your punk ass step to a man. And it's not even physical. You know damn well you can't verbally do a damn thing with me. And you bring them. You bring all these suckers that you think is so great. Bring them, tell them, I will come to you. You ain't gonna do nothing with me. I'm gonna protect her. Is she perfect? Hell no. I never said she was perfect. I never said she didn't do nothing wrong. We all in the same situation. If I'm gonna jump on somebody, I'm gonna jump on the person that put us all in the same damn pot. That's what I'm gonna jump on. And if you jumped on him first, then I understand why if you get mad with her, you could do that. Because you earned the right. You ain't earned the right to do nothing. That's childish. You an H. You do the same thing. What do they say on that the body count? The men do the same damn thing. They got high body counts. If a woman got a certain amount of children, she don't deserve to get married. Same thing with the men. If that's the case, they always blame everything on her. What's your responsibility? You need to create a new environment for her. You got her in another man's house, and the other man says, you can do this and you can do that. If you don't want her to do this and do that, put her in her own house. You too pitiful to do that. Because we always talk about the Mississippi campaign. We gonna put her in her own house. Now, if we put her in her own house, we control this house. Now you can talk and tell her this is what we expect. And if you can't do that, I guess we're going to have some problems in this house. Now you can talk, because now you created a house that you control. But see, the thing about it, she's not going to be no problem in her house. Because she's going to have a say-so in her house. She's going to help build her house. She's going to be happy to be in a house. I am in control. My man got this for me. It's a whole different ball game. You don't understand it because you've never been a man. You've never been controlling nothing. You've never been independent. The only thing you know how to do is, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I play ball real good. I'm going to sign that contract. I'm going to give my family a job. I'm going to give my family a job. I'm going to make a movie studio, sir. Thank you, sir. I sure appreciate it, sir. How you doing, sir? That's the only thing you know is being a slave. That's why you don't understand Angelsnupnup7, because I'm talking about freedom. I'm talking about being free. You can no longer blame the white man. See, that's another thing. These people really don't want to be free, because to be free means you can't blame white people no more. You can't say, well, the white man do this and the white man do. No, everything fall on you. You take control of a state. You can't blame Donald Trump. You can't blame Joe Biden. You can't blame this. Now you in control. What you gonna do? It all fall on you. You making these claims, I'm a god, I'm a warrior, I'm so smart, the black man can do this. Well, black man, do it. Anybody can talk. Anybody can talk a good game. That's all I've been doing for 3 hours. Anybody can talk, so what? What can you produce? Help me the way you support Farrakhan, the way you support Sanetta, and all these other suckers that have produced nothing. Give me that opportunity. Make me prove what I say. Make me get off my lazy ass and go to work. Put me to work. Make me go to work. And let's see. No, you rather keep doing what you're doing because you rather blame the white man. The white man do it. You know the white man always keeping a brother down. I'm so sick of hearing, but here we are. What they say, 1.5 trillion. We get $1.5 trillion out of this economy. What man, if he really don't like you, how is he going to allow you to have $1.5 trillion out of the economy? It wouldn't even take 10% of that. Probably to put, because I haven't did the figures, but it probably wouldn't even take 10% of that to put Mississippi where we want it to be, or whatever state we want to do. I'm just saying Mississippi because I figure that it's the easiest way to go. You get $1.5 trillion. How much of that go in your pocket? Very little. Very little. Our leaders is not realistic. And the thing about it is, you take control of a state, when you cross the Mississippi border, you don't have to believe in it. You don't have to. It's tangible. And then we report little by little how we are improving the state. We're making these moves. You're getting these business loans, getting our people to bring their businesses to Mississippi. Oh, it's just so much that you could do. It's just so much that you could do. I believe, this is what I believe. I don't know. I believe even our celebrities, LeBron James, Oprah, Will Smith, I believe if they saw us as a people with our dimes and dollars actually doing this project, I believe they would help. Some of them might do it in silence, under the, what they call it, under the table. I believe they would help us. Because they could come to a state and it's about them. Their Mecca, their Medina, their motherland. We don't have a motherland. So we created, that's how bad we gonna be. We don't have a motherland. We gonna build our own motherland. And everybody around the country, I want to go to the motherland. And all people around the country come here and help build. And they know they built this. A nation in a nation. And in the future, it could be independent of the United States. Who knows? We won't be here. But we set the children on the path. Woo, man. If only you had proper leadership. If only you would follow, listen to proper, competent voices. Oh, wow. Malcolm would be proud. Fannie Lou Hamer would be proud. Wow, look what our descendants have done using their brain. Get your God. You believe in God. Pray to your God that you be successful in it. Bring your God out. We need the power. I need all the help. We need all the help that we can get. Bring Allah. Bring Jesus. We need all of it. Get the job done. You and I, we can be the greatest generation ever. It took some time, but we got the job done. I want to say in conclusion, I don't mean and I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. That's not what I'm about. That's childish. I'm not trying to degrade nobody or make mockery or anything. But we have to do better. If you want better, you got to do better. Our priorities are screwed up. I understand the need for love. I understand the need for love. But even as a little boy, my priority always been, I want better for us as a people. Over girlfriends, over families and having the families and all this la-di-da stuff. I want to be free. That don't mean nothing. What's the sense of marrying Terry Ellis and we slaves? And she's still an angry black woman. I don't want you to be angry no more. I want to make you happy. I want these to be happy. So they can be who they are. They don't have to hold back. They can talk and walk like they want to. They don't have to be careful because white folks might get mad. A lot of us can't talk. A lot of us can't do certain things because white folks, that's not politically correct. White folks get mad. You say the wrong thing. That's a stressful life. I'm so happy to be in a position where I can talk and there's no stress. I don't give a damn if you don't listen to me. I can talk and be who I am. I remember when I was locked up and they wanted me to be something I wasn't. Bow down to them and tell them, oh, you were right. Well, yeah, whatever. I couldn't live that. I couldn't even maintain acting that way. I was having headaches and whatever, trying to be something that I'm not. We should be able to talk and express ourselves the way we want to. Because that's real. And you know what you're dealing with. But we're dealing with all these fake ass people because they can't talk. That's not politically correct. I don't want to be called a racist and all this other nonsense. Well, that's what we're doing in the manosphere. We telling women, the real thing. Yeah, that's what we doing. We being real with the women. But when you gonna be real with yourself? Because you're acting and behaving like sissies. And whatever you talk about them, you do the same thing. That's the killer. How you gonna talk about somebody? How am I gonna be a drunk? How am I gonna talk about drunks? Somebody who's a drunkard, and I drink just as much as you do. But that's all right for you to drink. It's all right for men to be an H. It's all right for men to be a B. That rapper Ice-T said, made a song. Men are B's too. And some guys didn't like that. A B is a woman. No, a man is a B. The original B. The original H. When you understand what that is. Then he gonna give that to women. Because he made, no, that's what you are. You made her into those things by denying her the right to take care of herself all over the earth. So people do what they have to do. Everybody not smart enough to go to college. Everybody not smart enough to read and write and do. So I got to use my body. So be it. I got to survive. That's what they do. That's what it is. It's a survival mechanism. The same, don't say that you don't understand. The same thing we did in slavery. Yes, sir, massa. We bow down and we had to do things, scratching where and where we didn't itch. We was doing it, we did it, and still doing it. Right now to this day. So don't tell me I don't understand what you said. You understand. Because you are B2. You are H2. You are sellout. You are sellout and you're a traitor when you doing what you do on social media against her. I don't see no other men doing this crazy ass stuff except you. Competing with a woman. That's what you do because you can't compete with a man. Even these guys coming across the border, stronger, more man than you are. And pretty soon your children gonna be begging them for a job. If you ever have children, because nobody loves you. The government is keeping women away from you, the women, something, whatever. Men coming across the border got women. And you got a lot, whatever, I don't know what you got, but I know you're doing better than them. They got women. You can't get a woman. I'm gonna say this, get out of here. They coming across the border for a job. You going across the border for some vagina. Woo, how tacky it is. These men coming across the border to get a job so they can work. You going across the border to get some panties. Woo, how pitiful man you are. That is disgusting. That is really pathetic. Oh, wow. Woo. Then you get around other losers and y'all comfort each other. Wow. Oh, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Like I said, I put out the notice. Invited them to this live stream. And they won't come. None of them will come. I know they wasn't going to come. How pitiful can you be? How pitiful can you get? Brother Talib says support Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign and go watch the Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign channel. Our Mississippi campaign channel was destroyed, but we still have it on Facebook. All the videos in relation to Mississippi campaign. But if you want to know the foundation, because one of these suckers kept acting like the Mississippi campaign is so complex. I don't understand. So I made a video, put it together. It's Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign for dummies. I put it together. And if you don't understand it after that, I don't know what to tell you. Can't break it down no more simpler than that. So that's a good video to watch. Operation Exodus Mississippi Campaign for Dummies. It's not that. It's very simple. But it's complex when you don't want to know anyway. Well, we had a guy on here on the last live stream. He's been around us for years. And come talking crazy stuff. Now you've been around us. We've been talking about the Mississippi campaign since 2018. And he talking crazy stuff he don't know. Because he didn't want to know from the very beginning. Oh, we have Brother Denzel in the house. Brother Denzel sent me some information. I haven't got to it yet. I'm going to send an email to our brother Pharaoh said that. And Brother Denzel said that he would meet with us and have a conversation about the Mississippi campaign. So we're going to, within the next, this week, next few days, I'm going to get a little email package and send that to our brother Pharaoh said that. I talked to Pharaoh said that back in the day, when he was talking about Malcolm X pretty bad. I have to defend Malcolm, and he has a different perspective on Malcolm, and I had to give my say so on Malcolm. I think he blocked me from his channel. I think he blocked me from his channel at the time. I'm not really sure, but anyway, that was then. This is now, and we're gonna see if we can have a conversation with Pharaoh said that. Shout out to brother Pharaoh said that, and to all those who support him. He also has I think a reparations idea, vision also. So, but we can, all these things actually can work together. They can all go under, the Mississippi campaign is about putting everything under one roof and moving together. This is not to say we're not abandoning nothing. I never said, oh, we don't need to do that. No, I've never said that. I said all these things can be put under one roof so that we can move forward. Instead of you going to the left, I'm going to the right, go to the east, no, we need to go in one direction, put it on one roof, everybody support one another so that we can go forward. That's the only way it's going to be done. And so I'm pretty sure Brother Pharaoh said that is an older brother like me. I think he's older than I am. But we should have a pretty decent conversation. Like I said, that was then, this is now, and we're not talking about Malcolm and all those things in the past, which is cool. We're talking about the now. We're not talking about those things in the past. So I want to thank and send a shout out to Brother Denzel for getting that information and setting that up. And we should be able to do that in the near future. So this broadcast went longer than I thought it would be, but I guess it was for the best, so we don't have to return to this topic unless somebody from one of these groups want to come here and teach us. But right now, nobody wants to come and teach us, so I guess they want us to be done. Oh, you don't want to know anything. I want to know. But you're not going to come here and bring a bunch of baloney. You got to come here and with the real fizzy. They're not going to come here because they know they can't bring nothing. They coming. They know they would be embarrassed. They're not going to come here with that foolishness. If you're going to tell the story, tell the whole story. Don't tell a story just to fit your narrative. You're talking about people and you're guilty of the same things. How can I talk about somebody and I'm guilty of the same stuff? And we want to hear all these sob stories But you only tell the story. We really don't know the full story. You just want somebody to feel sorry for you. But we don't know the whole story. And I don't care who you are. You can be my mother. May she rest in peace. If you're wrong, I don't support that. If you're not telling the whole story, I'm not G'ing for it. Because that's a disservice. We can only move forward being real and being truthful. We've lived in falsehood, lies, and fairy tales long enough. Truth hurts. It might hurt, so what? Deal with it, move forward. On that note, thank you again, Brother Freddie Scott, Facebook, Reality's Temple on Earth Facebook, Brother Denzel, Brother Don, Brother Taalik, J226, Brother Lunch Break. May Allah keep blessing you in your endeavors. Thank you always for coming here and supporting me. Thank you, everybody. I much appreciate it. Don't know when the next live stream, it would probably be when myself and Pharaoh Said That get together. That probably would be the next live stream. This one here really was spontaneous. I was going to do it a week earlier, but it was just too hot and I had too much going on. It's been hot. So, yeah. So, that'll probably be the next live stream. And we'll probably do a notice on it. It probably won't be spontaneous. We'll probably do a notice on that. So, folks will be waiting on that conversation. It should be very interesting. Very interesting. But the Soul Train moves on. We keep rolling with or without ya. Because that's my job. That's my self-appointed job. God don't back me up. I wish God would help me a little bit, but my self-appointed job, get on the Soul Train. So on that note, again, shout out to everybody in the air. Those who are listening and those who will be listening to this broadcast later, I much appreciate it. It's always an honor that you would give us a bit of your time, because you could be doing something better. Share the video. If you want to make an Angelsnupnup7 channel, please do so. Put the videos on there. Whatever you can do that can help, I appreciate it. No problem. You're not going to get nothing out of me. Thank you so much. And until next time, like our brother Don Cornelius used to always say in parting, I wish us love, peace, and soul. And we are Audi 5000.